Okay. We're good.
All good.
All right, everyone behave yourself now.
We'll try.
Now behave yourself, because this is the God. What are you doing? This is the God Hates Unicorns podcast, so we don't behave ourselves as a rule. All right.
Making my sign.
We don't have signs anymore. Let's just start the talk. What's up, everybody? It's Josh and Jess here with God Hates Unicorns, and we're here with another amazing, exciting round of bands and artists we like and support that aren't as good as God Hates Unicorns. It's just the name. It's just the name of the podcast, and it may or may not be true, but you know what? That's the name.
I believe it is.
Well, not necessarily, but we're not going to change the name. And here with us today, we have
Okay.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming on. We're so excited.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So, I feel like so many, I see your name everywhere. I'm so excited to get to play with you soon. What's been going on?
Rehearsals, like always. Yeah, like winter months around the holidays, slow down for a little bit, and as soon as you get past New Year's, jump back in.
Hell yeah. It's hard for the holidays for everybody. It's just like,
Should cancel those fucking things.
we should. I'm tired of trying to make things magical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do me.
Kids can fucking deal.
Kids are resilient.
Yeah, they've gone through COVID, they can get through no Christmas.
Well, it's also that time of year where you got to look through your house and look for classified documents that you may have inadvertently picked up at your job place, and you got to clear those out before you get tracked down by the government. So we've been busy doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the documents that you guys have, and you got to get rid of them. And if you haven't
We're all
already,
hoarders.
yeah, and you just,
I have a shredder in every room, so
yeah, we have. If you
just
need help,
But
because the world is not ready to know what's in those documents, so they need to be destroyed. So, other than the destruction of the horrible secrets of Egomyth, what's new and exciting? Like, now the holidays are over.
We're playing with God Hates Unicorns and Stereo Scandal.
we are.
But yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's
Who
March
could be more
4th,
exciting
and,
than
and that's the exciting thing that's going on in our lives.
Gotta mark my calendar.
that's pretty exciting.
Please do, because you have to show up. We hope that you're there. That's March 4th. Coming up
You know, I
around.
personally I've seen God Hates Unicorns, but it was pre-Jeff.
Oh, well, you haven't seen anything yet. That's what I call
Go there
the
and
before
be
times BJ, before Jess.
I call the after times the same thing.
I'm sure you still have the same energy, though.
It's like next level, though.
Yeah.
I would say it's we're breaking less things,
Yeah, we're definitely breaking those things.
but we're still being very destructive and crazy and going nuts.
How far back did you see us?
It was at Tower
29,
20, yeah, Tower 29,
30.
Brownsville Road.
Okay, do we have
It had,
we have a drummer then?
I believe so. I
Oh
believe
my
so.
gosh, that was the show that I sung a song with them. That was like one of my first times I ever got to come up and do something with them. It was funny.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I
You're
was
right.
thinking shift man with them, and my dad showed up, and I'm like, I'm gonna be singing cunt. Just to let you know.
That's all.
I'm singing.
Oh, great.
Was he very proud?
But it was fun. So that was kind of how the magic happened with me joining. Is just like asking if I was willing to do it. I'm like, oh, I don't care. Sure,
Yes, please.
absolutely. Whatever. But and now we're here, and we're a different animal that I think is better because I have a biased opinion. We're so excited.
What's better, before BJ's or after BJ's?
I think we're not allowing Darren to speak. He's just kind of being an observer at the
Well, I'm
moment.
allowed to speak. I'm just, I'm just saving it, that's all.
Oh,
Okay.
Darren, are you at your apartment?
Yeah.
I've never seen the inside of your apartment. Can you show
Oh,
us
nobody
around?
has.
No one alive has seen the inside of it.
really?
Virtual tour right now.
Virtual tour.
No, it's too small. It'll take 2 seconds. It's a waste of time.
Contact us directly for your virtual tour.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when did you all start? I feel like, and I'm gonna be real honest here. Myself, me in the music scene, I've like really started paying attention the last couple years. And before that, it was kind of like mostly because I was in my 20s and all in my 20s and being a wreck. So when did y'all start with Egomyth?
Don't look at me. I did. It's been a long time.
You were there.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to the dates. I just, I mean, you have like different members that come in and go out occasionally, and the lineup has been together, what, 5 years or something now?
Yeah.
So
There, yeah.
the
Roughly.
current lineup, about 5 years.
Oh yeah. Okay. And
I joined about 8 years ago, and then
10 for me.
10, and then Darren was
22 years for me, guys. But
no way.
So in
20
kindergarten.
yeah, you were what, 10 years old at the time, Jess, when I joined the band. But yes, it's been 22 years since I joined the band.
well,
oh yeah, you
how old
rejoined.
was I? I was
Eric is on his
15.
second tour of duty.
Well,
he wasn't. You were not. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, y'all have been a staple for a really fucking long time. How do you keep something going this long?
We always try to reinvent ourselves. We just continuing to try to do new, different things each time we write a new song. We just we don't feel locked into any particular genre. We have our influences, but just try to take it to a different conception.
Yeah, and I can
And
see.
If we broke up, we would end up just joining other bands and torturing those people too. So we might as well just stick together. We got this groove together where we're all working together.
Yeah.
We know what to do.
it makes sense. Yeah.
It makes sense, and you want to save the rest of society from.
Yeah, we all understand the pain that we can endure through this. So
We're all superheroes.
we've all accepted it.
That's very considerate.
Very considerate. Like, just keep it contained. But the sound is great, and I mean, I've been listening to like a lot of different sounds from you guys, and it's very like today. It's very modern. It's very like my first listen to some of the most recent stuff, I was like, cool, indie rock, like, like it just, the sound is very fresh, and it's cool to know, like, you are always reinventing yourself. So what is your current sound? Because I know that my assessment of things at a listen, I'm just like, yeah, this is Bloody One. It's like, nope, wrong. What's your sound now?
Wow, I don't even know how do you explain what we do? We're all over the place. We can go from being ethereal on some songs to nearly punk on other songs. So with everything in between.
I'd say that we have so many influences that it all kind of averages out in the end, and we're just the ultimate rock band.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
No offense.
No, I mean,
That's what I
the second ultimate rock band. I mean, we know the name of the show, guys.
We don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Maybe we do.
I hear a lot of post-punk influence in there too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of like even like Echo and the Bunnymen, like that area of post-punk and like rock. I hear a lot of that in some of your latest releases and stuff. So yeah.
So it's cool because it's just like especially for a band that's been doing it so long, I feel like there's a lot of bands that are like, here's our sound, and now we sound like this, but that's not you at all. Like you're always like doing something that's like very
Yeah, I
like
mean,
fresh and
we're
relevant.
always sort of just curious to see what we can do too. I mean, it always seems like you're just turning over some new stone or something like that. You know, it's not like I don't have a lot of influences that are more current, but you know, you just come up with stuff on the fly, and I mean, that's just a creative process that just keeps you going. That's the about the ship, you know.
And I have this great fear of becoming adult contemporary. So I do anything to not become adult contemporary.
Oh my God, that's my biggest fear. Is that someday it's like you made it, and now they have your song in the elevator of Macy's. I'm like, no.
Now you're Chris Isaac.
Like I didn't want that. I want that. I don't want that for me or for anybody else. Like I just want the elevator at Macy's to be silent. Like oh, how do you guys
You walk in and be like, everyone just be quiet.
everybody be quiet? Honestly though, wait a second. I know this is gonna be a big digression from the music conversation, but that's how I want to shop. I want everybody like it's like I don't want you to ask me if I need help. If I need help, do you think I won't find you? I will. Everybody be silent. I don't want you to be like, oh, what size is? Figure it out yourself. Try it on. You don't need to be
Leave
vocal
me
about
alone,
it.
I'm shopping here.
Everybody, I want no music. I want no talking. I want to concentrate on what I'm doing.
I'm going shopping with you, doing all those things.
You're not.
I'll bet
Yeah, because I won't let you come.
always the case.
I remember I used to work at a Sears, and it was like a ray of sunshine when you'd walk in and the music was broken. And it was just quiet.
Oh, yeah.
That's a, you know what I think broke me is when I worked at Claire's and I'm like piercing people's ears with no qualifications. And it's just like the same 5 songs. And I'm just like, okay, I'm done. And Christmas at the mall. I think that's it. Christmas at the mall. If you remember Christmas at the mall. Oh my gosh. It's just like I don't know what the criteria is usually for like people that like start mass murdering, but I feel like they worked Christmas at the mall.
It is a
Maddening.
good starting point.
It's absolutely terrible. And it's like I want everything to be silent. Let me do what I need to do.
I think Jack the Ripper was his original first job with the original Claire's.
I think he was. And nothing against Claire's guys, except for you shouldn't be poking people. And now they're doing nose piercings. Like, that's not good. It's like literally just this gun that's just like, do you want to practice on your friend? Okay, now you're an ear piercer. It's like, that's scary. That shouldn't be allowed. So don't get pierced at Claire's and don't listen to the music, but you may still buy their accessories if you wish. Anyways.
Anyway.
We're gonna all open up our own new mall that does things right. How much money can you guys rent for that?
I got a dime.
This is less of an interview, more of a shakedown.
More of a shake. Are you ready? Are you ready to make this investment? You didn't know what you were coming into. So what's the creative process for y'all? Like, do you have a practice space where you just kind of like putz around with stuff and try new stuff? Like, how do you create the sounds that you have now?
I think it's just someone walks in with an idea and presents it to the band, and if the band, likes what they hear, everyone will just start to add their own parts to it.
Oh yeah.
It's that simple.
the way it needs.
There's always the occasion where someone comes up with something and we tear it apart and say, no, that's not that part, that's this part.
Yeah.
Mhm. We do that a lot.
Yeah,
What you thought was the chorus? No, that's a verse.
Yeah, we pretty much always re-engineer those original ideas, and they change a lot, like by the time you get to the finished song.
fortunately, all these guys are adaptable because I'm probably the main culprit of that, so.
No, that's so important though, because I think that bands like really get hangups when people are like, this is my song and this is exactly how it's going. It's just like, no, it's not. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be.
I kind of like having I kind of like putting an idea out and then just seeing it bounce off of the different members and seeing it become something that I didn't even imagine that it would be, and then all of a sudden you have something completely new.
Mhm. And a lot of times it's like this completely new thing that's better than the idea you had. Like a
Oh
nice,
yeah, it's always better. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like it's never worse,
And it helps,
because it's also like a continuous process. It's like an evolution.
it seems that we're on the same wavelength now in a lot of cases also, because someone will say, hey, we should probably do this, and another person in the band be like, yeah, I was just thinking that.
Mhm.
You know, so
Yeah,
that makes it easy.
But we also have to learn to leave our Egomyth at the door, because sometimes you'll come up with something that sounds great, but then the rest of the song will be coming together. It's like, oh, my part was really good, but it's not fitting everything that's happening right now. So maybe I'll save that for another time and I'll put something else. You know, it's the song that matters, not any of our individual parts. So sometimes, you know, you got to be willing to pull back and be willing to change.
you got to learn to pull out and you got to learn to leave your Egomyth at the door. And I think that those are very important lessons.
Yeah, I feel the same way about songs. Like, people bring a full song to a practice, and you're like, we're gonna dissect this and change it. So I hope you don't have hurt feelings about it.
Yeah.
I think a good PSA for, like, musicians, just joining bands or this and that. When you're dealing with, like, 3 or 4 people, that whole song you have is probably going to change. So yeah, check your ego at the door, and like the singer might be like, no, that part's more melodic. I want that for the chorus. Whatever the case may be, it's a good thing to know, just because people are dead set sometimes on this is the way the song goes.
Yeah.
You could always tell them have fun as a solo artist.
Yeah, have fun as a solo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And that's really your choice. You really have to be collaborative. You have to be open to, and you have to be vocal, I think, because one of the things that I've struggled with is, like, a lot of times I'm just like, okay, sure. And it's like, no, but if I hate it, I can say I hate it,
Yeah.
So I hate it.
Yeah, I think that's where tension can arise in a band, when someone doesn't speak up and say how they're feeling about certain things.
Exactly. And everybody be in an environment where you can feel like you can say, this is important to me. I really don't like this. And that's a really good dynamic to have. So
Yeah.
Well, this is good. So far, we're getting through this interview and no one has quit. So
It sounds like couples therapy. It's like you need really good communication. You got to be willing to set your own agenda aside. It's like exactly the same point,
all right. So nobody is quitting as of yet. What can we say after this? Who's the worst member and why do you want them out? No, just kidding. We want somebody to quit at the end of the interview. We don't. But it would be good.
Yeah, it'd be great if you want to be dead, though. You could, like, put that on the page.
No, nobody's dying. Jeez.
No. If someone could.
If somebody
Quit.
did
Or-
quit, that would be like a big boost for this specific podcast.
Oh yeah.
They quit because they talked to us.
Yeah.
but please don't try to read anything into the fact that there's 4 of us together and one person who's stuck in this interview.
Yeah, the visuals are not.
The doghouse.
He was allowed to be here, but
We couldn't do anything without Darren. That's for sure.
I'm the glue that holds the thing together. So I'm the bass player. So I'm the glue that holds it all together. So
Gluey Darren,
That's what he tells us.
glued it up. I love it.
matter of fact, I'm even thinking of introducing him as Mr. Glue from now on.
I like that name. It sounds like kind of like the superhero that like you were disappointed to get in the card box. It's just like, oh, I got Mr. Glue.
Oh, Malware.
Like,
At one of our shows, the MC got up, stopped the show, or it was right before our set, and she complimented Darren on his hair. And she's like asking him what kind of hair products he put in. And like, I don't know, his hair did look like fantastic, especially on stage with the lighting.
it was the lighting.
And I think there was a breeze coming through. So, you know.
It was blown everywhere, but yeah.
Darren, you have great hair. I would switch you hair in a second.
When you see it all, I can't show it all in one frame, but it's
The camera isn't big enough.
We're bringing an industrial fan to Voodoo.
So
Oh,
you
is
can like,
yeah, the hair solo. I gotta do a hair solo. I gotta make up a hair solo. Exactly. Yeah.
no, we are bringing the fan.
I have 3 of them at work, and I work like down the street, so. We'll bring them.
And we're not going to say anything. We're just going to be like while you're on and be like.
Exactly.
And then,
Don't warn us beforehand. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
I do have 3 of them. I can put them in different places.
no, you can't. Tosh, if you want the hair to look nice, it has to be one.
Well, no, I mean alternate.
Oh,
Ah,
Hair will be blowing this way one song, that way another song. See, I'm a good stage.
that would be new. That would be new to me. So yeah, do it. Do it. You have my permission. Just do it.
Or I'll just go on stage and blow.
that would be a different kind of element.
Yes.
That would be-
Yeah.
So come out to
Anyway.
March 4th and you're going to see some really nice hair.
I'm gonna blow Darren.
Anyway.
Anyway, we're bringing the fan.
I think I got the beat on hair.
Hello.
Come to
Absolutely.
the show, you'll see us blow.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? I know you're always working on your sound. You working on any new music?
Always.
Always.
Usually about,
We
like,
used to-
about 4 or 5 songs at a time. So
Yeah, our last practice, like we hadn't written any songs for a while, like, you know, just tooling around with some of the old songs, and then all of a sudden, we wrote 3 songs.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, we don't have the bridges and stuff, they're not finished, but like we got the concept of
Yeah.
each one,
underway, under construction.
and yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, now's a good creative time for us.
You
Working
can't
pretty well.
force it. You gotta wait until it like feels good.
Yeah.
Where do y'all
Yeah,
record?
sometimes it just comes out, you know.
Sometimes you get constipation and sometimes it comes right out. You can't stop it.
I can relate. It's true though.
Let's not go down that road.
I live on that road. The shitty road. All right.
Well, I'm glad you guys are very regular right now. That's always like a nice feeling. But yeah, where do you record your music?
We recorded it on it when we did the CD.
Yeah, last year.
Last year?
I think
No,
2 years
that
ago
was-
now.
It was last year.
That was before COVID.
It was. I mean, it took a lot of reasons.
Yeah,
Record it.
COVID messed everything up, of course.
Yeah, time is different.
Yeah, you know,
That long
because
ago?
the recording process took a long time.
It was 2 Octobers ago.
By the time it was done, then COVID happened, and then like, okay, we'll wait to release it, and then like everything's just like stumbling. So, that's just how COVID went, I suppose.
Yeah, COVID was kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
It was not a good time to be in a band.
It was a weird time to be in a band. It was a weird time to just be a person.
It's a great time for being in my band.
Yeah, because you could, because you love me so much.
COVID probably affected us more than anyone in the country.
Probably.
We were on the verge of releasing this album, and it was going to shoot up at that whole. It was ruined by COVID. You know, maybe even Mr. Yuck might have had an effect on it too.
Weren't we getting ready to do a show in Excuses? And it was like a week before that they closed it down or something like that?
Yeah.
So yeah,
We
no,
suffer
I
for our
would
art.
say it's safe to say you were the most impacted band by the pandemic. Most impacted people in the country. And honestly, if you want
Oh, the
to,
world.
in the world, if you want to donate to this cause, link below. We got to GoFundMe. It was really horrible. But yeah, I know it was bad. And I know I personally had a lot of shows I wanted to do. You had a lot of shows that you wanted to do. I ended up joining this band, and now we're here. So it all worked out.
We got a lot to make up for then.
Yeah. And I think that, you know what I liked is that coming out of the pandemic, there were just so many bands, there was so much music. It was like this pent up energy that just exploded. And it was such a great and awesome thing to see and like just like be a part of this new movement of like, we are going to get out there. We have waited, we have, done the work, and we are just ready to be in the world at all costs. So it was really cool.
So Rumspringa,
What's that?
when the Amish come out of,
Oh yeah.
and there's like they talking, oh shit, all this pent up energy and wanting to live.
It kind of was. It was, and I think that the pandemic for me gave me a really good worldview. It made me kind of more aware of myself and aware of the world around me, and it changed everything for the better. So yay pandemic, and sorry for everyone who died, I guess.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we probably won't have to worry about one for another 100 years. So
You say
Well,
that.
we'll see about that.
It seems to show up. Something like this seems to show up every 100 years. So
It does.
Meanwhile, Darren is quarantined in his own apartment.
for the safety of us all.
He's ready for it.
Well, hopefully, yeah. It was funny because I think that after the pandemic, I became so unaware of time. I was taught, like, I work in an office environment, and I was talking to this IT person who was like making a solution for something. And he's like, we're just going to put this out for 100 years. So then we won't have to deal with that until then. And I'm like, well, and my first thought was, well, what am I going to do 100 years from now when I have to deal with this again? And it's like, what? No, you're not going to be alive. Don't worry about it. But my first thought, I was like, well, I'm going to have to address this again, aren't I, in 100 years? So what's going to be the next step? It's just like, no, time is weird now.
Plan on living to 150.
Yeah, and then it's just like, man, I want me to be 100 and what? 187 years old in that office, just being mad. I hope it happens. And I'll be so tenured they won't be able to get rid of me, and I'll just be so mad about everything. And I'll be so mad about this specific thing. I hope it happens. God, let me live to 187.
You could be like, rock and roll will never die.
Rock and roll never dies. Oh, so I told you this investment was going to be a problem.
That person has to be alive too, though. That IT person has to be alive as well. Like, I fucking told you so.
I'm going to have to, like, maybe we can be vampires. I don't know how that works. We're going to figure it out.
The zombie stuff, maybe.
Maybe we can be zombies. I don't know, but I want it to happen so I can have a big I told you so moment because I deserve a win. Anyways, other than your amazing show coming up, what else is on the agenda? Anything?
Finding more shows.
We want more shows,
You
and
have
more and more.
We're gonna write more music and record more, so.
And
And drink deep from the goblet of life.
That's all you
Explore
can
the
do.
world around us. Bring our fellowship of the 5 Egomyths to everyone in this troubled globe of ours.
With
Cheers to
the
that.
horn on the unicorn, it looked like he was flipping us off there.
It's like,
Hey, wait a
yes.
minute.
hmm.
the unicorn has been flipping us off the entire time.
So,
I have a
That's how we
question
look.
for,
Don't discriminate against
Well,
me.
he's a unicorn with a unicorn mask.
Oh, wait.
It's just Scooby-Doo.
what?
That's great.
Unicorn disguised as a unicorn. Great. Maybe it's a zebra.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's a zebra underneath that. We don't know.
That's it. There's no more unless we want to like tear his face off, which we don't. He's a good boy.
Satan bounced that.
Did
Yeah.
Sage Miranda. I know him.
I have a question for Joshua. Your name's Joshua, right?
Correct.
Yeah. No, I want to see if I'm thinking of the right person. Do you remember playing a show at a golf club? This would be probably about 10 years ago.
With
And
Debbie Cole?
were you dressed? What's that?
At a priest robe on?
Yes. And you were playing keyboards, I think. And then you
Yes.
had an insult comic nun with you. And I was, do you remember playing with Napoleon in Exile? Because I was in that band.
Okay.
And that was the weirdest show. Maybe the second weirdest show I've ever played in. We were a post-rock band and we played that set all improv. So all just made up on the spot. And then it was you guys and I think Neostem
Yeah.
played that show, which was like the most normal band out of the three of us. And I don't
Yeah.
remember if there was a fourth band. And
Yeah,
but
that
the
was a-
weirdest thing was like it was at a golf club. Like that
Yeah,
was
that
the
was a-
strangest. So I think there was like middle-aged golfers like drinking at the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a pretty decent crowd there for the music too, but I found out later that that was the one and only show, like rock show, that they had there. It's just like such a strange,
Salted the earth.
I don't
yeah,
blame him.
it was just such a strange thing to like. And then like I found out like like bass player from that band said you were the same person. So I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, I seen him. I seen him at a beer fest.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I seen him at a beer fest somewhere, and he ran to me. And he was like, "Oh, you remember that show we played at the
Oh, okay.
yeah, that was
Whatever
our
venue that was.
yeah that West Mifflin. Yeah, I can't think of the name right now. Yeah, that was a reunion show for us. We played one
Oh,
show
okay.
because we were prevalent like the late 2000s. We were like a touring goth band, did a bunch of cool stuff, and then we didn't do anything for like 5 years, didn't even like talk, and then like one day we're like, hey, let's do this one show. They paid us good money for it though. We got like $500 for that show. I don't know what you guys got paid, but
Why don't we ever get money?
I'm kidding.
Really?
No,
Okay.
I remember. I remember at the end, since it was at a golf club, like there was a golf course like right there, and the sprinklers came on. So me and the bassist ran through the sprinklers, like at the end of the show.
Don't do that.
It was like a golf green, and we just like ran through the sprinklers. It was hilarious.
Maybe you two should go golfing together. We made a golf connection here today.
Yes.
This could work
I
out.
don't golf.
So,
You golf, right?
I've golfed once or twice in my life.
Well, go golf. Go golf with your new friend. Go.
Okay, she's just trying to get me out of the house.
Yeah.
You need to go
I'll
to another golf show.
try
Yeah,
to
maybe
get
that's,
your own house.
She wants to go through my drawers.
maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to all go find a golf show.
They
and
got
play
money.
together.
They got money there. They pay people.
$500. This is a
Find a place.
all golf people watching. If you pay us $500, we're gonna play there. So just hit us up.
We have to understand that it's gonna be a one and done type of deal, but
No, it won't. If you pay us $500, we'll keep coming.
They won't want us after the first time.
Oh. We don't.
They won't stop.
You don't know that.
If Debbie tells
We'll
me
just
she
show up with our.
Anyways, so I'm so excited. This is March 4th, and we're gonna be all together. And if you don't know Egomyth, like, come on, leave your ego at the door and find out. Thank you guys so much. We're so excited to see you. We're so excited to play with you. Check these guys out if you haven't already. I would assume you have, but if you haven't, good God, do it now. And thank you so much for your time and hanging out with us.
Thank you,
again for
guys.
having us.
Thank you. Bye.